Hi, Simone here. Welcome back to another episode of Plan A, what you originally came for. We're going to continue our time and transition theme, and this week I got a comment from a man who recalled an event that happened to him when he was a child, and he wasn't able to recognize that it had happened and much less process it. He was a child. He didn't have the experience, the words. As he grew older, he didn't have the emotional equipment to process the fallout of the event. And now, shoot forward a couple decades, and he is a full-blown adult who is able to recognize that this happened to him, see how it made him feel, and now he's clearly able, and he's wanting to, do the work around facing these emotions that he left behind, these emotions unmet. So I'm going to encourage you with this week's homework, so jot this down, to go back and look at something that happened to you. And it may not be a stark thing like this that happened to this man. It just may be this week, okay? Just go back and look at a person, or maybe it was an event, or something. Maybe you're in last week, but anticipating something horrible that's going to happen in the near future. So that's you splitting your attention and your energy. The reason I want you to look at that is where you left your energy. So we want to bring it forward as much as possible in your time. So bring forward as much as you're able to, and that's all you can do, all right? There's no pushing about this exercise. Just identify what emotions you felt from this person or this event. And then I want you to do, and this is going to sound like the infernal therapist loop, I want you to tell yourself, how do you feel about your feelings, right? But it's not. I'm asking you to drill down. How do you feel about possibly feeling angry? How does being sad make you feel? These may be new inquiries for you. So this is important to note. This is your homework. Write this down. Just jot it down for you. Nobody else needs to see this. And recognize that change, transition, can be messy. It could be outright hard, not just challenging, as we like to sometimes say. And challenging, sometimes it's got more of a hopefulness around it, right? Like, oh, I'm up for a challenge, or, okay, I'm going to go through this change, and it's going to be, challenging, but I'm going to do it. Sometimes hard, that's our internal definition of something, and we throw up resistance. So I want you to just be aware as you do your homework that you may have long ago been very much in resistance, and maybe now you're a little bit less, just because you're willing to look at it. And just go in your time with where you are on that spectrum, okay? And recognize that hard, or perceived hard, change and transition is part of natural life and how we learn. It may throw up some messy things, like I was suggesting before, including tears. If you're a person that prides themselves, I don't cry, I'm not a crier. Let it roll, okay? If it's coming up, let it go. I'm going to share with you when I was going through something. I had what I call 3 belly balls, and I mean BAWLS, right? Big belly balls where I just it was uncontrollable crying. And each of them got less intense with time, but they were gratefully, thankfully unintellectual. They were just pure emotion. I had no idea it was stuck way from the past. And now this triggering event that was really huge for me to go through as a change and transition triggered them. And so a lot of tears came forward. You should just know on a physiological point that there are 3 kinds of tears, right? 2 of them are purely pretty physiological. One is reflexive, one is continuous, and those are sort of in reaction to an environmental event or keeps our eyes lubricated. But the third one, emotional, is not just the 98% water that the other 2 are, but includes a lot of stress hormones we're releasing, includes a lot of toxins from stress that you're releasing. So emotional tears are really good for you. And I'm going to just encourage you, especially if you're one of those people that says you're not a crier, to just go with it. Lean in to your emotions that you may now be identifying for the first time. Or if it's not the first time, maybe you're able to now just take a look at them a little deeper. Like, how do they make you feel? Why were you not able to look at them before, right? Maybe it lies in how it makes you feel. So just be gentle with yourself. This is all self-knowledge stuff. Next week's going to be our last time in transition examination. So really, put it on the table, do the work, have fun with it. Even though it sounds like, we're talking about tears and hard and change, and I'm encouraging you to have fun with it. How can that be? Is she crazy? Yeah, a little bit, and I'm good with that. I pride myself on that, and I cry. So do what you need to do, be good to yourself, and I'll talk to you next Friday.